Hello, you're watching Sharing Vietnam Monday 30 p.m. on NetViet VTC 10. I'm Van Hiệp, your host for the show today. As you may know, 2012 marks the year of friendship between India and Vietnam, and recently held a seminar on business exchange and investment between the two countries. And today, we are very honored to have the opportunities to talk with Mr. Shantanu, the co-chairman of Assocham in Vietnam. Hello, Mr. Shantanu, and thank you so much for taking your time and being with us today.
Thank you very much for inviting me for this interview.
So, Mr. Shantanu, and could you please introduce to us a little bit about yourself to our VTC 10's audience?
I have been in very close contact with Vietnam now for 30 years. I came first time in Morgan Chincham Tamoi Hai. At that time, I was attached to the Indian Embassy. So in 1988, I resigned from my job with the government, and I came to Ho Chi Minh City to start my own business. And I was able to set up the business. Then I started the company Ishan International in 1995 in New Delhi. And after some time, we opened One Phong Dai Dien, Thai Thu Do Hanoi, were thankful Ho Chi Minh. Slowly the business grew, and now we have also business in many countries in ASEAN.
Tôi thấy ông nói tiếng Việt khá tốt đấy ạ.
Tôi hiểu tiếng Việt, nhưng mà tôi nói ít thôi. Nói chuyện được, nhưng mà nói chuyện có interview về VTV thì tôi thích nói tiếng Anh, tại vì nói tiếng Việt Nam thì diễn đạt không đủ. But if you speak in Vietnamese, I can understand.
Ông đã sống ở Việt Nam được một thời gian khá dài rồi. Vậy ông cảm nhận như thế nào về đất nước và con người Việt Nam trong những năm vừa qua?
First of all, I can say that it's a beautiful country. It's a beautiful country, and the people of Vietnam are great. You know, a country is made up of people. What the people are is the country. So I admire the people of Vietnam a lot.
So now can you introduce to our VTC 10's audience a little bit about Assocham, activities of Assocham in Vietnam?
Assocham is a business chamber, and it's one of the biggest business chambers in India, and it's the oldest. Assocham was set up in 1920, Morgan Chincham Hanoi, and you can say now it's 92 years, and it has Ba Cham Namui Ngin members, and it has MOUs and agreements with 45 countries outside India. This time we have come to participate in the Vietnam International Trade Fair 2012, and you know, last year also we were here. Last year we had a very big Indian delegation, and it's a matter of pride for us again to come back this year with more than 50 Indian companies. Lần này chúng tôi có hơn 50 công ty Ấn Độ, and they are all participating in the International Trade Fair. With the help of the Indian Embassy and VCCI, we also had a conference on the 4th, which was widely attended by the Indian companies and Vietnamese companies, and we had buyer-seller meet, and I would say it has been a great experience and very successful participation for Assocham in Vietnam EXPO 2012.
On the morning of April the 4th, 2012, at the Giảng Võ Exhibition Center, Hanoi solemnly conducted the opening ceremony of the International Trade Fair 22nd, Vietnam EXPO 2012, with the theme Vietnam Cooperation for Development. The fair was held to enhance export and domestic market development, promote relations, trade and investment, technology transfer between domestic and foreign enterprises, and Vietnam's international economic integration. Having been successfully held 21 times, the fair's reputation and quality has been increasingly improved. That is indicated that Vietnam EXPO 2012 has over 600 booths of more than 450 enterprises of Vietnam and 20 countries and regions, including India, Belarus, Cuba, Cambodia, etc. Especially the last 2 years marked the return of Indian companies with 40 booths. The 50 Indian business delegation organized from the Association of Chambers and Commerce and Industry of India focus on industrial products of high quality, such as textiles, fashion, construction and real estate production, information technology, and agricultural products.
We can see that over the past few years, especially in the year 2011, many Indian companies, Indian enterprises have come to the trade fair in Vietnam last year, and also in this year many Indian companies are also flocking to Vietnam. So can you tell us what are the attractions? Why are the Indian businesses flocking to Vietnam this time?
In Asia, if we look at the entire Asia, there are, I think, just 4 countries which are growing very fast: Vietnam, India, China and Indonesia. Indonesia now, but if you see the last 10 years, it's only Vietnam, India and China which have been growing between 6 and 9% per annum. Because of the growth in the economy, there is a lot of potential in Vietnam which has remained unexplored. And we in India feel that Vietnam can be a very useful and very mutually profitable partner for Indian companies.
In your opinion, what are the potential sectors for the cooperation between Vietnam and India?
We complement each other, There are certain things where we need Vietnam's help, and there are certain things where Vietnam needs our help. And the technology that we have in India is just the right technology, Maybe it is not the most modern technology in many things, but it is definitely the appropriate technology and a very good technology that we have. In some industries we also have the most modern technology, and at the same time we offer that technology and the equipment at a very reasonable price. Then look at pharmaceuticals. Thuốc Thai. We have the best of medicines and at very cheap prices, because our cost of production is low in India. We have a lot of poverty in India, and we need to have cheap medicines and at the same time good quality medicines. So we are producing good quality medicines at a low price. So that is also very suitable for Vietnam. Similarly, you look at IT, information technology and IT enabled services. India is you can say the global hub for IT and IT enabled services. So these are the attractions which both the countries have to cooperate with each other. There is a lot that Vietnam can export to India.